Morning, guys. Okay, well, first of all, yes, I got a haircut. I think I got this after the last time I talked to you guys. So for those of you that are new to the channel, this is closer to the normal look. It's just during harvest. I joke with my wife it's a superstition thing. I can't get a haircut or shave. But it's mainly, it's impossible to schedule a haircut during harvest. And when it comes to shaving, I'm too tired to care. My beard gets pretty long and then I'll cut it back to about like this just because I'm not going to trim it even weekly. That's just too much of a pain in the ass. Anywho, right now, headed to town. I don't know why I turned the camera around. You can't see town. That was dumb. Headed to FSA to go certify our wheat acres because the government decided they have to know every acre you have, and if you don't report it, you can't get crop insurance on it. Even though the crop insurance company has to report. I don't know, don't get me started on FSA. I don't understand the purpose of their department other than to make our lives more difficult. Anyways, I'm gonna go do that, and then today's gonna go a little sideways on us. Kind of like I'm holding the camera sideways. Either way, one step at a time. Let's go do this first. That was relatively painless for FSA stuff. Now we gotta wait for them to make all the maps, go back in and sign them all, and then our wheat is certified. Poor Harley back there. I was in town before he ever made a noise, so I didn't even remember he was in here. I was on the phone when I went past the shop. Forgot all about the poor guy. Either way though, it's 40 degrees. I left Dan Patrick on for him. He was fine. It was only about 15 minutes. Okay, now for step number 2. Yep. So, that harvest video I did last week, and I said, hey, this is the last of the cleanup. We are 100% done with harvest. And then I believe I hedged my bet saying, if nobody else calls. We've had 2 people call. So one neighbor's got 20 acres of hemp he wants us to chop. I don't know about that idea. Starting to get a little oil seepage. We got water. Oh, I can't really. Yeah, we got water. No leaks from it being cold. So we got one neighbor. He's got 20 acres of hemp he wants us to come chop. I don't really like that idea because it's hemp for oil, I believe. I don't know. I don't know anything about hemp. But the idea of all that oil going through the machine makes me nervous. And then yesterday we got a call from a different neighbor. Hard to call them a neighbor when they're 25 miles away. But another crew abandoned one of his fields of corn just earlier this week, I guess. And he wanted to know if we wanted it. So I drove down there and looked at it. I mean, it's nothing great, but I feel bad for the guy because he really has nothing he can do with it. I mean, it's not worth picking. So we're gonna go clean that up. It's like 40 acres. He'll make a handful of loads. It's not gonna make great silage, but with the price of corn, should work. Okay, so step 1 was dropping the old zern off in the line, grabbing the newer one. Hopefully it behaves better than that other one. Just taking this just in case the 12 row doesn't want to work very good where it's short corn. So, gotta get this on the trailer, strapped down, and then get the 12 row. Alright, just putting the header on the trailer is a bit of a process because it doesn't lift high like a combine, so you don't have the ability for your trailer to be quite a bit higher, just set it down and go. So all you have to do is get it kind of lined up, and then get out and fold up the stops on each end, then climb back in there, set it down, and then you got to kind of wiggle it to get it to come free because these deals hold pretty tight. So then you're scared the header's going to fall halfway off the trailer every time. Yeah, but it's on. It's on. Now to strap it down. Alrighty. 12 rows hooked up, zern strapped down. Need a little fuel and government juice. It's gonna be fun. Did I mention the field is 25 miles that way? There we go. Finally found it. Alright, let's see how this goes. Well, it ain't the best crop in the world, but on a year where forage is in short supply, it ain't bad. I'm not exactly sure why the other crew abandoned it, but hey, more for us. Goes Hector with load number 1. Figure it's gonna make about 5 loads. You got spots out there like this where there's no stand. Then you get up here at the top, it's decent. I mean, it's hit and miss. It is what it is. Alright. Well, I'm waiting on Cameron to get here with the 4th truck. It'll be the last truck. I want to show you guys this. This right here is why this is worth coming to do. With the price of corn right now, this is incredibly valuable. So, that is the only reason we came down here to do this. There is decent grain in here, which means we're adding a cheap source of grain. Can cut back a little bit on the grain we've been putting in the bins for the last couple of weeks. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. And for the farmer that we're doing this for, now he's got a cleaned up field. I mean, it's not beautiful, but I'd much rather have to deal with that as opposed to figuring out what to do with that, because look how low the ears are. That would be a nightmare to try and combine. A lot of the ears are within a foot of the ground. That would suck. This header is getting, I don't know, 80, 90% of those ears. Combine, that would really suck to try and get. So, I mean, essentially this is kind of a win-win all around. The farmer's gonna get some money for his crop that was a complete failure. You know, you've got your corn seed in this. I'm sure it was sprayed early on and then the weeds came back because it never canopied. There's probably some fertilizer out here because, I mean, to put on an ear like that, there's got to be something in the ground giving this nutrients. So you got all that expense. Crop insurance is going to cover most of those expenses. It might not cover it all. And you've also got to figure your time you put into this, your wear and tear on your equipment, all those non-monetary costs. Now he's at least hopefully going to break even on this. For us, yeah, was it worth our machine coming down here and doing this? No. But when you think about it, for our cattle, the benefit of this extra corn at a cheaper price, and we can essentially stretch out our corn now, that's what made this worthwhile. So, I'm going to sit here, play on Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram while I wait on camera. Getting hungry. It's right at noon. And I still have an hour to go. Man, this is going to be a weird afternoon. Although there is a taco wagon not far from here. Decisions. Okay, well, since Cameron managed to break yet another truck, there goes Hector with the last load. I'll fold up and head home. It's already 12:30. Awesome. Okay, got an idea. I'm friggin' hungry. I'm ready to be home. Saw this cool trick on the internet. Son of a bitch, they lied. Damn it. Alright, 1 hour to go. Well, that was fun, I guess.